President Martinez, trustees, and Superintendent Aquino. I'm Becky Londa, Senior Executive Director of Educational Technology and Extended Learning, and this is the presentation for SAISD's 2023 Summer Learning Programs. Let me begin by providing a short recap on Summer 2022. It was the first time that we offered an in-person 2-week summer program since 2019. It was also the first time that we offered a full-day summer program, and although we had over 13,000 students registered, 10,349 students were served in grades K-12. Approximately 2,500 students were in multiple programs. It's important to note that we commenced our program 1 week after the Uvalde tragedy. Our focus last year was mathematics and enrichment programming. While we made small gains in mathematics as measured in MAP end of year compared to MAP beginning of year for participating and non-participating students, we did not experience learning loss in math. We also had a 13% increase in daily attendance. 52 students completed high school credits to graduate in August, and 1,318 high school credits were recovered to help students catch up to their cohorts. We saw the highest number of special education students participating in both the general education and alternative learning environments. We hired 862 staff members, and teachers for the very first time participated in job sharing opportunities where the teaching assignment was split amongst teachers to encourage recruitment of highly qualified teachers. We conducted program surveys, and as a result, they were positive, shown on the slide. High levels of satisfaction by parents on the overall program, exceeding their expectations. They were satisfied with STEM, fine arts, and field trips. Students and teachers both showed also high levels of satisfaction. Here are some images of the field trips students experienced last summer. Once again, this was the first as we sent entire grade levels of children to learn to swim, play golf, and introduce all students to digital learning experiences, including STEM, computer science, and robotics, something that we will be repeating in 2023. On to summer 2023. This next slide represents our comprehensive extended learning program leading to summer 2023. Our priorities include reducing instructional gaps in math and reading, high interest summer learning opportunities, credit recovery, completing graduation requirements, test prep, and summer enrichment. Under the heading of academic programs, you will see 3 green buttons. The first outlines the campus's continued student support for grades 3A as part of the HB 4545 requirement and continued high school credit recovery services. We've referred to this section as End of Year Excel. The second number lists the programs offered in K-8 during the summer, which include the 14 days of full-day free programs for students enrolled in SAISD for 2023-2024, 22 school hubs, reading and mathematics focus, high interest digital, technology, STEM, and visual arts in grades K-5, 6th grade programs exclusive to students that are rising 5th graders to 6th grade, or rather rising 6th graders, that will involve avid and drone exploration. And then exclusive 7th and 8th grade PATHFINDERS, students that are beginning their 7th and 8th grade year, but they will be hosted at high school sites. There is a new elementary newcomer academy, and then we have the middle school newcomer academy, fine arts camps, athletic strength and conditioning, and then the LOTC programs will be part of the CTE pathways. High school will provide the traditional programs for credit recovery, test prep in EOC, TSI, ACT, SAT. We do have some new programs which include the initial course credits in Spanish that will be offered in a hybrid model. And we have the continuation of programs such as P-TECH, dual credit, athletic strength and conditioning, fine arts, and other CTE summer enrichment camps. One of the other new programs is NOM at 11th and 12th graders, which will be involved in online collaborative courses with students from Mexico. Summer 2023 will take place beginning June 5th for high school to allow enough time for students to prepare for the end of course retest. K-8 programs will begin June 12th to allow for professional development, school cleanup, classroom setup, hub organization, and data management. Over 6,000 students are projected to attend hubs, and therefore, teachers and schools must have an opportunity to learn about students' overall program needs. Some of the high school programs will run in both June and July, such as P-TECH, and then dual credit may run all the way through August. Most programs, however, will be completed by June 30th. These are the locations that will host the hubs and the associated programs. The sites that serve as a hub underwent a selection criteria. For example, most of the elementary summer scholars hubs were identified based on the 2022 Star Achievement. This is important as the majority of the students within a hub will represent the students attending their neighborhood school. As you can see from the digits in red, that represents the 2022 Star Achievement for the campus. We also looked at the district trustee areas, student population density, facility capacity, school rotation within the summer program offerings, any projected construction by the school or city, and whether the campus was a dual language school. In middle school, rising fifth graders will attend 4 hub sites that will carry out a sixth grade program only. The New Beginnings program will focus on effective middle school strategies to support their success in sixth grade. They will be hosted at Davis Middle School, Lowell Middle School, Tafoya Middle School, and Longfellow Middle School. In seventh and eighth, we call the program Pathfinders and have located these programs in high schools to engage students in early exploration and decision making around career pathways. More details on the programs will be provided in this presentation. We refer to the high school programs as Prep On. All high schools, traditional high schools, will be offering programs with the exception of Edison, which is under construction. Students there will attend Jefferson. We're also including Estrada. Additional special programs will be hosted at ALA and Cass Tech. You'll notice at the top that it reads the enrollment goals. In elementary, we're projecting 4,750 students, which includes the pre-K program. In middle school, we're projecting 1,967 students. This is much higher than what we had last year, but we're expecting that the program configuration and design may engage more students. And then high school, that is the traditional number that we offer based on trend data. The map shows where we're locating summer programs. We were challenged by the number of schools that are under construction and or repair this summer. The start times noted in the green section provide a scaffolding of times to allow for 140 routes to run daily. Elementary alone will have 100 routes. Elementary programs will begin at 8 a.m., middle school at 8:30, and high school at 9 a.m. In this next slide, you can see the schools that will feed into the projected enrollment from each site and the overall program enrollment. In elementary, our goal is that 4,750 students. That number represents a 30% increase from 2022. However, if we look back at the initial registration in 2022, it does reflect the same number of students that had initially registered. In middle school, we're planning for that 1,967 students. So those numbers, in terms of feeding into those particular sites, are coming in from all of the middle school programs, including academies. You'll also notice on this slide that where it's circled in red, you'll see that that is the projected number based on the total numbers of schools that feed into a particular site. So for example, over at Carvajal, that has a capacity of 414 students, we're bringing students from Sarah King, Storm, Rodriguez, and Carvajal. The numbers for their enrollment are over on the right-hand side within the parentheses. There are 1,261 students that make up that group. If we look at 20% of an enrollment from each of the schools, our projected enrollment then adds up to 253 students. We are keeping the enrollment projections between 20 to 25% to see if we can increase the number of students that are attending our summer programs. Last year, even with the students that decided not to attend after registration, our enrollment was at 15%. Now let's take a look at the program types. There are primarily four programs. The first is a required program called the Pre-K4 bilingual program. These are current Pre-K4 students, which are really rising kinder students. The program is by invitation for continued summer support as required by state law. The program is by invitation, and it will not be advertised in our catalog, but students who are required to attend will be contacted personally. These are the four components that are used in that program. Our next program is the elementary program. We're calling our program this summer Summer Scholars, and here is the listing of their components. Summer Scholars will include a lit camp, a scholar math and STEAM program. It's an integration of STEAM in mathematics, tech enrichment, digital media, brain breaks, which are creative explorations for students as challenges, visual arts, and then some PE or outdoor activities and field trips. Here are examples of the curriculum resources that will be used in elementary. There is the Lit Camp from Scholastics, and then there are the teacher-created materials from mathematics and STEAM. All of the lessons will be provided for teachers, including the professional development. Practice books, pre and post assessments, even some small libraries will be provided for them. In addition, students will participate in educational technology lessons that are of high interest for students. We no longer offer these as standalone camps, but instead ensure that all children in summer programs benefit from these learning opportunities. That means that kinder students will be offered programs in digital drawing, first grade photography, second grade stop motion, third grade coding, fourth grade podcasting, and fifth grade filmmaking. The middle school programs. We begin with the sixth grade New Beginnings program. As mentioned previously, this is really to try to give students an opportunity to build some successful skills, especially in avid strategies. But they will also be working with drones, and they'll also be working with Lego team prep. So we had some students in fourth and fifth grade that entered into the first Lego League competition for the very first time this year. So we're introducing these type of competitions to students to engage them early this summer as they continue for next year. They will also be able to be part of an ethnic studies program. Athletic strength and conditioning camps are really only available for seventh and eighth grade students, but we will take a look at that in case there are some students that are interested. Seventh and eighth grade Pathfinders. These opportunities are open for students as well. And this will be hosted, like I mentioned earlier, in high schools. The programs are intentionally preparing students to make some early decisions on their career pathways. Our goal is to ensure that students are having firsthand experiences with what is offered at the four high schools. High school principals right now have shown lots of excitement about having middle school students begin this type of exploration. High school programs, once again, these are more traditional in nature. The biggest difference is what's happening with the initial course credit for Spanish in a hybrid model. And then the other is probably the one with having to do with UNAM with 11th and 12th graders with an online course. To successfully run these programs, we are looking for over 900 employees, including teachers, nurses, bus drivers, cafeteria workers, and paraprofessionals. Here is a listing of the positions needed by campus. We also have several MOUs underway with Teach for America, who once again will run their summer practicum in SAISD. We expect 60 TFA core members to participate and have teachers in SAISD summer programs act as their mentors. We anticipate too that 70% of the 60 teachers will become SAISD teachers next year. Also, Parks and Recreation would like to also conduct summer programs in 5 of our schools. The MOU will be presented in the May board. The schools for Parks and Rec include Arnold, Forbes, Green, Lamar, and Maverick. You'll also notice that our student to teacher ratio is set at 20:1, with the exception of the pre-K bilingual program. That program by state law requires 15:1. Our rate of pay for teachers has increased from $30, which we have had for many years, to now $40 per hour. Funding for the summer program will come from recaptured federal funds and ESSER. Our summer employment application has launched as program offerings are contingent upon adequate staffing and student enrollment. Our deadline for applications is April 30th, 2023. As of this presentation, resources are under construction, but expect to be launched by March 31st. This includes comprehensive websites, guides, and summer catalog. Student registration opens April 6th and closes on May 24th. Families will be able to continue to register after the date at the hub sites. The online closing date is to enable the verification of student data and student program services. This concludes this presentation.